chapter 9. As a reminder, this is going to be a two-part video because as we get further in the book, there's more liturgical sections. So pieces from Siddur or prayer or the Chumash / Torah. So I'm going to do a separate video when we get to the end of this chapter. And I will do my best to enunciate through the ends of words. You know who asked for that. So thank you for the comment. I always appreciate feedback, really, genuinely. So chapter 9, we are on page 86. So we will name the letters we know so far. Shin, Bet, Tav, Lamed, Mem, final Mem, Hey, Resh, Aleph, Ayin, Nun, final Nun, Chet, Chaf, final Chaf, Vav, Vet, Tzadi, final Tzadi, Dalet, Yud, Kaf, Kuf, Pei. Adding in a vowel sound, let's practice our Tzadi vowel sound because some people have a tendency to lean towards a Z sound and you don't know that letter yet. So remember, tip of your tongue behind the top two front teeth, very tight up there. So Tsa, 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 So, 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 Tse, Tse, Say, Say, Tsi, Tsu, Tsu, Tsi, Tsi, Tsai, Tsai. And then we'll read the following vocab words that we know how to read now. Shabbat, Shalom, Torah, Shem, Shema, Baruch, Beracha, Teshuvah, Ahava, Mitzvah, Chayim, Tzedakah. On to the next page. We have 4 new letters. We have the letters Sin, Samech, Fe, and final Fe. This note here, pay without a dot, that's not a thing. Just refer to it as Fe. And then final Fe. They look very similar. You'll remember we learned a letter earlier last week, the letter Pay. I like to tell kids Pay has a penny. Okay? So Pay is going to have a dot. Fe does not have a dot. And then when it comes at the end of a word, a final Fe, you're just going to close to a F sound. Sin, as we spoke at great length, looks very similar to a shin. But remember, shin has a dot on the right. The really poor sexist version that I don't love, but for some people it works. She is always right. So shin is on the right. Or the one I prefer, sin is never right. So sin, the dot is on the left. It's never on the right. So we have sin and samech. They are the same sound. And then notice samech, it is a little rounded on the bottom. But as we go down, I do have students who mix up these two letters, samech versus final mem. So just be aware. Really look at the entirety of the word before you begin to read it. Again, final mem is only going to come at the end of a word, whereas samech can appear anywhere in the word. So really look ahead. But you'll notice it's nice and rounded on the bottom, and final mem is more of a square. Okay, naming our letters, because I'm less concerned about the sounds that they make. I'm more concerned about you guys knowing the names. So line A, page 87. Shin, Sin, Samech, Sin, Samech, final Mem, Samech, final Mem, Mem, Fe, Pay, final Fe. Line B. I'll go a little bit slower. final fe, final chaf, final fe, kuf, tzadi, final tzadi, final fe, final nun, final chaf, final fe, final fe, final nun. And then it should be noted, this is it in regards to final letters, final mem, final tzadi, final fe, final nun, and final chaf. That's all of them. So you've learned all of them now. Line C, kaf, kuf, final fe, fe, chaf, dalet, samech, final mem, sin, shin, sin. Next page, adding in a vowel sound here or there. Line D, su, so, say, fe, fee, fi, fo, fa. Line E, pe, fe, se, si, pi, fi, fu, pu, po, so, say, fe. Adding in a final letter, just a few more, this is still one syllable, just a few more letters. So we have soph, toph, oaf, af, kaf, naf, deef, leaf. Line G, watch out for final mem versus samech. Shum, sum, sus, moose, mace, case, kes, yes. Line H, peats, feats, fates, lates, lets, sets, seth, sech, sigh. Line I, pie, fi, fair, fave, save, saf, chaf, chof. Line G, a few more syllables for us. Line J, nafal, afal, chafal, shafal, kafal, safal. Line K, watching out for our final fe, just closing to the f sound at the end. Seif, serif, serif, charif, varif, sharif. Line L, practicing our samech. Sidur, sipur, sibur, sichur, simur, sikur. Line M, mivusar, mivusam, mivusas, mivulas, mivulam. And so it's trying to trick you, final mem versus samech versus final mem at the end of all these letter vowel combinations. Okay, so go back and review it if you need to. Line N, Tsofe, Rofe, Nofe, Sofe, Yofe, Tofe. Line O, Asachik, Asaer, Yisaer, Yisaru, Yisachaku. Like I said last night, and probably because I'm a cantor, there is a little bit of a musical format to this, where you should hear the beats of the words. Asachek, Asaer, Yisaer. And then when you have 1, 2, 3, 4 syllables, Yisaru, Yisachaku. So the accent's going to go on these last syllables here. And the only reason I know that is just from a lot of practice. Eventually this will all come natural to you, I promise. I wish I could just give you a magic wand and tell you how to know everything. But it's more and more practice. Line P. Yasis, Yasuch, Yasor, Yisror, Yisron, Yisrots. And the word we know now is tefillah. It was mentioned last night. Is it tefillah? Is it tefillah? Tefillah. If you're reading it in the Hebrew, the correct pronunciation is tefillah, not tefillah, which is how some of the kids refer to it when they're in Hebrew school. But it is tefillah. Technically, Lamed gets the accent. But if you're in Israel, as we were mentioning last night as well, I think they're also going to pronounce it correct. Tefillah means prayer. Okay, so we talked a lot about this rule, where I kind of asked you to forget everything you know about this one vowel sound and then taking on a new rule. So I don't want to focus on, I'm going to leave this up so you can read it, and those who don't have the book, you can still see it. I want you to just mainly focus at this. This is the main thing you need where my cursor is. When the letter chet, only the letter chet, sometimes the letter ayin, sometimes the letter hey. But mainly the letter chet is what you're mostly going to run into. A comes before the cha. Say it with me. A comes before the cha. So what do I mean by that? It's going to be as in ach, but I don't want you to give it a guttural ach. So, for example, it's just going to diphthong right into it. So for the first one we have in line A, siach, not siach, not siyach, siach, okay? So it's not a guttural siach, and it's not with a strong yud, siyach. It's just siach. We'll keep reading. Ruach, luach, moach, oreach, boreach, yareach. Notice there's no guttural, there's no kind of y diphthong in there with like a magical yud or mysterious yud that might be in there. There is none. Line B, mishaleach, mifayeach, heaneach, herakeach, hikafeach. Line C, vikuach, hitvakeach, koreach, soleach, le'eroach. Line D, mavriach, shaliach, matzviach, mitznowach, mishloach. We all talk about Purim giving mishloach manot. That's literally the word, mishloach. We all talk about having a lot of ruach or spirit in our services. This is ruach. So you know a couple of these words already. Yareach means moon. And then mishloach or shaliach is to send, or a messenger. Okay, so the phrase you definitely know is Chag Sameach. So even without looking at that, I know you already know the phrase Chag Sameach. Now you know how to read the phrase Chag Sameach, and if you want to, put in the correct vowel sounds as well. And then we talked about this as well. Yishar Koach. A lot of people in Shul, after somebody comes down from the Bima, doing a Torah reading or taking an aliyah out of the Torah, they say Yashar Koach, which means go to strength. Yashar means to go straight, and Koach is strength. But it's really, awesome job, good job, etc. I love this. Well done, or more power to you. But yeah, may your strength be upright. That's probably a good translation. And then another word or phrase that we are familiar with, Sameach. We just went over Chag Sameach, a happy holiday. Simcha is literally like a joyous occasion. And so I think that's where we stop. And then coming to the next video, we're going to go on to read, I think... Oh, we'll start here. Okay. I'm going to read through 94 to 95. And then when we get to the tefillah pieces, I'll go back. So hopefully you stayed through the end of this video. Line A. Sam, Sama, Sham, Shas, Shum, Chum, Chus. Line B. Chof, Tof, Chupa, Sofa, Tzif, If, Eats. Line C. Feck, Peck, Pech, Fech, Fates, Pates, Peace, Theme. Page 94 at the bottom, line A. Practicing our final phase. Katzaf, Ratzaf, Shutaf, Shachaf, Dachaf, Shakaf. Lines B. Practicing our chet at the end with the vowel sound. Again, it's only going to appear with this one line vowel sound. Goes before the cha. Okay, so Yanuach, Yaduach, Yasiach, Lisocheach, Yadliach, Ya'ariach. Line C. Sason, Sabon, Safon, Kafots, Afots, Afo. Top of page 95. Line D. Seva, Seya, Sechvi, Sichia, Shachain, Sakin. Line E. Misubach, Misubin, Misaviv, Misudar, Misudad. Line F. Lifanai, Kapai, Sarai, Ma'asai, Shaddai, Sifatai. Line G. Ne'esaf, Ne'echaf, Neheras, Ne'efas, Ne'efal. Line H. We'll come back to the second one, but we'll read it. So ava, So-a-ra, po-a-ra, mifo-ar, miso-ar. Line I. Minatseach, mifatseach, mitzaleach, misameach, mifaseach. I'm going to go back to here on line H. So here's an example of when this dot on the upper left-hand corner of any letter, but in this case, on the letter sin, it's going to share the dot for the sin and the O vowel sound. So, ra. This dot is representing the O vowel sound and telling us it's the letter sin. If there was a dot right here, and I'm just going to leave my cursor right there, if there was a dot right there, it would be sho-a-ra. Exactly. Sho-a-ra. But in this case, there's no dot, so we read it as is, so-a-ra. I'm going to start class with that next week. I apologize. That was the example I was looking for. And then just an example of phrases you already know with this odd vowel rule ending. Aleinu lishabeach la'adon hakol. Right, you already know it. Aleinu lishabei. And then you all said it in class. It's great. Aleinu lishabeach. So you've been saying it right probably the majority of your life, and you just haven't realized. All right, the next video is going to continue with the rest of the tefillah passages in chapter 9. Other than that, I will see you for chapter 10 2 videos from now. Thanks so much. Good luck.